tingling sensation from a bathroom faucet often points to electrical issues that need immediate attention. Several factors can contribute to this problem. An open neutral circuit can result in high resistance and voltage imbalances. However, this typically affects all plumbing fixtures connected to the same electrical panel, not just one faucet. Poorly bonded water pipes can also be the culprit. If the water pipes aren't properly connected to the building's grounding system, they can become an alternative path for electrical current. This is more likely in buildings with plastic water supply pipes, which aren't naturally conductive. A faulty faucet or an electrical appliance might also be responsible. A damaged component or loose connection can cause current to leak to ground through the plumbing. Stray voltage is another possibility. Electrical currents can sometimes travel through the ground, causing a tingling sensation on metal objects like faucets. To troubleshoot this, begin by checking the neutral circuit. Use a multimeter to measure the voltage between the hot and neutral wires at the bathroom outlet. A reading significantly different from 120 volts may indicate an open neutral. Next, confirm the water pipes are properly bonded to the building's grounding system. Use a multimeter to check for continuity between the water pipes and the ground rod. Then thoroughly inspect the faucet and electrical appliances in the bathroom. Look for any signs of damage, loose connections, burnt wires, or water damage. You can also check for stray voltage by using a voltage detector to measure the electrical potential between the faucet and the floor or other conductive surfaces. A significant voltage here could indicate stray voltage. In the event of an open neutral, the current seeks an alternative path back to the source. This can be through the grounding system, metallic water pipes, or any other available conductor. The resistance in these unintended paths causes a voltage drop, which is felt as a tingle when touching the faucet. The problem is usually isolated to a single bathroom due to the specific wiring and plumbing configuration in that area. Also, consider the possibility of current leakage from a nearby electrical appliance or fixture. A faulty water heater, pump, or even a poorly insulated wire can energize the water pipes, leading to the tingling sensation. This is especially true if the appliance is not properly grounded. When dealing with electrical issues, safety is paramount. Always disconnect the power to the affected circuit before attempting any repairs or inspections. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, it is best to contact a qualified electrician. They have the knowledge and equipment to safely diagnose and resolve the problem. In commercial buildings, electrical systems are more complex and require specialized knowledge. Therefore, it is essential to involve a licensed electrician for any electrical troubleshooting or repairs. When checking the neutral circuit, also inspect the neutral connections in the electrical panel. Loose or corroded connections can create resistance and contribute to voltage imbalances. Ensure all connections are tight and clean. If the building has a generator or other backup power system, it's important to check the grounding and bonding of these systems as well. Improper grounding can create circulating currents and contribute to stray voltage. Furthermore, consider the age and condition of the wiring in the bathroom. Over time, wiring can deteriorate, leading to insulation breakdown and current leakage. If the wiring is old or damaged, it may need to be replaced. To properly bond the water pipes, use a copper bonding jumper of appropriate size. The size of the bonding jumper should be based on the size of the circuit conductors feeding the bathroom. Connect the bonding jumper to the water pipes and the building's grounding system. This will help to ensure that the water pipes are at the same electrical potential as the ground, reducing the risk of electric shock. When inspecting the faucet, look for any signs of corrosion or damage to the metal parts. Corrosion can create resistance and contribute to the tingling sensation. If the faucet is damaged, it may need to be replaced. When checking for stray voltage, also measure the voltage between the faucet and other metal objects in the bathroom, such as the toilet or shower. If there is a significant voltage difference, it could indicate a more widespread stray voltage problem. In some cases, stray voltage can originate from outside the building. Underground cables, transformers, or even nearby electrical equipment can contribute to stray voltage. If you suspect that stray voltage is coming from outside the building, contact the local utility company. They can investigate the source of the stray voltage and take steps to mitigate it. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, provides specific requirements for grounding and bonding electrical systems. Ensure that all grounding and bonding is done in accordance with the NEC. Table 250.122 of the NEC specifies the minimum size of equipment grounding conductors for grounding raceway and equipment. Section 250.104 covers bonding of piping systems and exposed structural metal. Section 250.50 addresses grounding electrode systems. Section 250.24 concerns grounding separately derived alternating current systems. Remember that electrical codes and regulations can vary depending on your location. Always consult with a qualified electrician or local building inspector to ensure that your electrical system meets all applicable requirements. Also be aware that the tingling sensation from a faucet can be a symptom of a more serious electrical problem. Ignoring the problem can lead to electric shock or even fire. Therefore, it is important to take the problem seriously and address it promptly. If you are unsure about how to troubleshoot the problem, contact a qualified electrician. They have the knowledge and equipment to safely diagnose and resolve the problem. The electrician will likely perform a thorough inspection of the electrical system, including checking the grounding and bonding, inspecting the wiring, and testing for stray voltage. They may also use specialized equipment to identify the source of the problem. Once the source of the problem is identified, the electrician can recommend the appropriate repairs. This may include replacing faulty wiring, tightening loose connections, or adding additional grounding. In some cases, it may be necessary to upgrade the electrical system to meet current codes and regulations. After the repairs are completed, the electrician will test the electrical system to ensure that it is working properly. They will also verify that the tingling sensation from the faucet is gone. Be sure to keep records of all electrical work performed on your building. This will help you to track any problems that may arise in the future. It is also important to have your electrical system inspected regularly by a qualified electrician. This can help to identify potential problems before they become serious. Regular maintenance can also help to extend the life of your electrical system. Besides that, consider any recent electrical work in the building. Faulty installations or modifications can introduce grounding issues, leading to the faucet tingling. Verify that all new electrical work adheres to the NEC and local codes. If the building has undergone any recent renovations, check the grounding and bonding of any new electrical equipment or wiring. In older buildings, the original grounding and bonding may not meet current standards. Upgrading the grounding and bonding can help to improve the safety of the electrical system. Also, check the incoming power supply to the building. Voltage fluctuations or imbalances can contribute to electrical problems. Contact the utility company if you suspect that there are problems with the incoming power supply. The utility company can monitor the power supply and take steps to correct any problems. In addition to the electrical system, consider the plumbing system. Leaks or corrosion in the plumbing system can create conductive paths that can contribute to electrical problems. Repair any leaks and replace any corroded pipes. Make sure that all plumbing connections are tight and properly insulated. It is also helpful to gather information from others who use the bathroom. Have they experienced a similar tingling sensation? This information can help to narrow down the source of the problem. In some cases, the tingling sensation may be intermittent. This can make it more difficult to troubleshoot the problem. However, it is still important to investigate the problem, even if it is intermittent. Intermittent electrical problems can be just as dangerous as constant electrical problems. Also consider the type of faucet. Some faucets are more prone to causing tingling sensations than others. Metal faucets are more conductive than plastic faucets. Faucets with complex designs or internal components may also be more likely to cause problems. If you suspect that the faucet is the cause of the problem, try replacing it with a different faucet. If the tingling sensation goes away after replacing the faucet, then the faucet was likely the cause of the problem. Furthermore, check the grounding of the electrical panel itself. A loose or corroded grounding connection can cause a variety of electrical problems. Make sure that the grounding connection is tight and clean. The grounding conductor should be properly sized and connected to a grounding electrode system. Another important consideration is the presence of any sensitive electronic equipment in the building. Sensitive electronic equipment can be affected by stray voltage or electrical noise. If you have sensitive electronic equipment, it is important to protect it from electrical problems. This can be done by using surge protectors, line filters, and isolation transformers. Also, be aware of any changes in the environment that may be contributing to the problem. For example, changes in humidity or temperature can affect the conductivity of materials. If you notice any changes in the environment, try to determine if they are related to the tingling sensation, and ensure that all electrical outlets in the bathroom are ground fault circuit interrupter or GFCI protected. GFCIs are designed to protect people from electric shock. If a GFCI detects a ground fault, it will quickly shut off the power to the outlet. GFCIs are required in bathrooms and other wet locations. If you do not have GFCIs in your bathroom, you should install them. Always be cautious when working with electricity. Electricity can be dangerous. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, it is best to contact a qualified electrician.